As you might be able to tell, pools are a pretty popular genre across liminal space images. I myself have made a variety of videos on them alone. And anytime they do come up, I find it easier to explain the image, or rather break down the image's liminality. So to take these specifics to an even greater extreme, I want to look at one common trait across various liminal space pool images, that being water slides. Compared to normal liminal space pool images, these images will have a little bit more emphasis on the water slides themselves. And to start, I only think it's fair that we begin with a very popular one. So jumping straight in, this image immediately makes me feel claustrophobic. It probably has something to do with the water slide itself taking up a majority of the image, but also because you don't really know where the water slide leads to, and because it looks like it just goes straight into the ground, it does make you feel like if you were to go down this water slide that you'd be trapped, and that's not a pleasant feeling. The colors in this image are also pretty simple, only containing blue, gray, and white, except for the oddball green in the top corner. So, despite this image looking bright and sunny, I would actually say it's more scary than anything. It's the slide itself that just draws you in and is so mysterious. Not to mention the openness of it all, making it feel all the more lonely. It puts this narrative in my head of going down this slide and there's people around, coming out, looking back, and there's nobody around. So this one to me looks a lot more Dreamcore, mainly because while you understand what's going on, it's kind of hard to look at. The floor and the pool water seem to be at the same level, which just kind of hurts my eyes. And the slides look different, and you can't really tell at first glance which one's going what direction, and it just doesn't make any sense. Why are these slides in this room? Is this image even real? Who thought to put a bunch of water slides in one room and was like, this is gonna be the best water park ever, it's gonna bring in all the kids? But I digress. This image is definitely Dreamcore, and makes me feel uncomfortable. Enough said. So here's another pretty popular one, and I would also say this one works well because of the colors. You only have 4, and one of them takes up like 2/3 of the photo, that being blue, with the others being yellow, white, and red. The slides of course also give that strange sense of mystery, like with the second one, having the red pull you in and the yellow one being a little bit more comfortable seeing the light gleaming from it. And not having really anything to focus on in the middle does just kind of make you look back and forth between the two slides. I like this one a lot because of how different it is. In the previous images, you're really only looking at 1 or 2 slides, and you get the same thing here, except it gives off this effect that there's just so many and it's just entangled, and it reminds me of those industrial-looking liminal space photos that are so terrifying to look at. I also really like the lighting in this photo. I didn't go to too many water parks as a kid, but this time of day while you're at a water park is just very somber, and it's really nice to see that encapsulated in this image. So this image is also unique because, like the other ones, you're naturally drawn into looking at the thing in the middle, being the slide, and, you know, the whole darkness of it and it just looking ominous. But if you actually look at the background of this image, you'll notice that it's a bit strange, as all the chairs are stacked up against the wall, kind of barricading the game room. Which, by the way, I don't know whose bright idea it was to combine video games and water parks, because that doesn't really sound like a friendly combination. And lastly, we have this very liminal looking image, in my opinion. I really don't know how to explain it, but it's always the lighting. And the lighting with this just makes the image feel cramped. I don't really know how to explain it. Perhaps it's the fact that the water looks very chlorinated. Something else interesting, but also kind of small, is this random plant here. It being there mentally fills in some space in your brain. Otherwise, there would just be nothing there. And perhaps subconsciously makes it more familiar. So which water slide image did you like the most? Because personally for me, it'd probably be the Tangled one, as it just looks very nostalgic. To me anyway. If you have a topic you want examined, you can either tweet at me or join the Discord server below. And seriously, thanks again for all the support. I honestly can't believe that I am saying things like that and people will actually hear it, because I don't know, it's crazy. But anyways, thanks for watching, have a wonderful rest of the evening, and take care.